Gabrielle Union broke Al Gore internet yesterday by revealing to us that she is a 50-50 salad eater. She split bills 50-50 with Dwayne Wade. And honey, the internet is in an uproar. This is what I wanted to talk about last night, but I remembered that I needed to do that Ayana from Love is Blind video where she stated she dated a man and broke up with him in the pods the day before Jared proposed, and the reason was he was of another faith. And my question is, well, why did he take you so long? Perhaps you didn't know. The reason why I wanted to point out that video is because there's another content creator telling Christian women that they need to open up themselves to non-born again men. And so the question is, should Christian women date men of other faiths? So be sure to check that video out. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for hanging with me. So let's go ahead and run this short clip where Gabrielle Union is saying she split bills 50-50 with Dwayne Wade. Let me make this big so y'all can see it, because this is a short. I can't figure out how to make it bigger. Okay, here we go.
Because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts this, there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work, you better work. You know, you gonna sleep in? Which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50.
Wow.
But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts this, there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work, you better work. You know, you gonna sleep in? You know, somebody might not eat. You gotta work. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go. So I'm working on that, which is hard. It's weird to say I'm head of household because.
Okay, so let me give credit to whose channel is it, because I couldn't find it.
Which is hard.
On the other thing, plus I'm in a rush. So she said, it's hard to say she's head of household because in this household, as in her and Dwayne Wade household, they split everything 50-50. Child. Not a retired multimillionaire basketball championship, man, and you still splitting 50-50, girl, and everybody's calling her a pick-me-shot. I don't really care for her. I think her spirit is off. I did love her in being Mary Jane. I love that girl. When I said that was my show, I love that show, and I was very disappointed when it ended. You know how I feel over here. I believe, for me, Janice Hilton, that a husband should provide and protect and profess. But don't forget now, Gabrielle Union has said with her other husband, she cheated on him because she was 100% the breadwinner. So this bears the question, if you're 50-50 over here, is you open? Well, you know what they're saying about them. But anyways, I believe every couple should come up with a plan for their marriage and their finances. And if 50-50 is what it is, then it is what it is. But for me, Janice Hilton. And you know what? Because I wrote the book 2320, The Naked Wife. Yes, 23 times I got you might meet. Check that one out. Because I wrote this book, I learned so much. I learned that, and I as part of it, I knew that a lot of women, they have what they want. They think they have what they want, but then they fall in love with the opposite of what they want. This is why dating is for data, right? And so because you're being led around by your emotions is leading you around, and you're not leading your emotions around. You fall in love and you don't know what you're falling in love with. And by the time you realize you're already in love and you don't want to walk away. This is why the My Husband Profile course is so significant and necessary, because in this course, I teach you how to figure it out and stick to your guns, because they tried to do that to me too. Oh, well, you have a good job. You can go 50-50 with him because people fall in love. This is why you have to get the data. This is why you need to know what you want and only date accordingly. And a lot of women fall in love without knowing what you're falling in love with. And then when you figure it out, it's like, well, I'm already in love. And then you have people in your ear, well, you're going to walk away, but you're in love. You love him. You're going to walk away because he wants you to help him to pay the mortgage. You're going to walk away. This is why you don't date one man at a time. You date multiple men. This is why you need to know what you want in a husband. This is why you need to sign up for the My Husband Profile course so I can help you to figure it out and help you to stick to your guns. But if 50-50 is what you want, it is what you want. It is what you want. And another thing I realize is when you fall in love without knowing what's in the contract, you're already in love and he only offering you 50%. So this is why you don't fall in love. You get the data first. You get the information. You read the contract. So it's like a lot of women, that's not what you want, but that's what you got. This is why a husband is a choice. You need to know what you want, figure it out, stick to it, and the men who don't add up, line up, you walk away from. I told you, my husband told me he loved me. Oh, I love you. The night he flew his frat brother from all over the country to meet me, that night when they approved of me, he says, I love you. And guess what? I said, thank you. You know why? I need to see the W-2s and I need to see the credit report. I think I might have said blood test too. Credit report. But mostly I want to see, can you really provide? You said you can. I need to see the paperwork. Bring me, and I don't bring me nothing. Bring me on over to Wall Street, take me to HR, and let them print it out in front of me. And that also talks about his retirement plan. And you have savings. One of the questions I asked my husband, what's going to happen if you lose your job? First thing he says, I'm going to email my headhunter. I'm going to come home, get a couple of suits, and I'm going to be on the first thing smoking to DC, because in DC, I can get the jobs that I want to get to make me the money I want to get, but I have savings. I want to see the savings. I want to see it because you want to be a husband, right? And you want to be my husband. Well, these are the requirements that I have in order for you to be my husband. And what I realized in writing 23 Types of God, 23 Types of Guys with the Naked Wife, is women fall in love before they get the data. And my dad told me, Pastor Bradshaw, never fall in love. Now, at 19, when I was crying over my college sweetheart, I thought that was the most stupidest thing he's ever said. I said, what you mean don't fall in love? But I love it. He said, grow in love. But as I got older, when he told me, my father told me to break up with my college sweetheart because I loved him too much. And my whole time in college, I wasted crying over this man because I trust my father's instructions. And I know he knows what's best for me. And I know he's lived his life before me. So he knows I spent my whole time crying because my daddy said, my father in the faith, you love that boy too much. You need to break up with him. And he said, never fall in love. Grow in love. But as I got older, I understood what he meant. So when men would tell me, I love you, they mean nothing to me. And when Mike told me he loved me, I said, thank you. Let me get the W-2s and the credit report. Because there may be something on the credit report. I can't live with everybody. Have a little something on your credit report. You say you got savings. I need to see. You want to be married. I want to see the plan. What's in the contract? And a lot of you women, you fall in love before You read the contract and you went ahead and take the contract, and then 3 months in the marriage you're fighting and getting a divorce 5 or 7 years because you can't live with what he's given you. And this is why dating is for data. This is why you need to date multiple men at once. This is why you need to know what you want. The husband profile courses are open for registration. Run on over and register for it so that you can figure it out and get to know and get control of your emotions. Ladies, we are led by our emotions. Men are led by their dinglings. Unless they get control of their dinglings, they're led by it. And ladies, unless we get control of our emotions, that's what leads us. And our emotions make decisions for us and not us thinking it through. Because if you had thought it through, I wouldn't have been able to interview almost 300 naked wives. I love you. Let me know what you think. I'll be in the comments. Check out that video I did last night about Ayana and Christian women dating non-Christian men. I want to know what you have to say. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you, babes. Talk to you later. Thank you. Welcome to all of our new cousins. Mwah. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.